Have you ever felt like there's an invisible wall right in front of your Buy Now button? There are actually a good number of reasons that could be causing people to come to your page and not actually buy anything. But one really dangerous one that honestly doesn't get talked about is trust issues. So hear me out, okay? Okay, so a lot of people who come to your website have been burned before, or they know someone who has. Maybe they hired a repair guy that promised the moon and totally underdelivered. Or maybe they signed some freelancer that seemed great, and later realized they didn't understand what they agreed to. So now they're on your landing page, and all that fear of getting burned comes through even as they try to decide if you're legit or not. And with so many scams and so many mediocre services popping up everywhere, who can blame them? So 3 big fears that show up over and over again when someone's thinking about hiring you. So the first fear we're looking at is that they're afraid of wasting their money. Simple as that. They're thinking, okay, this sounds good, but will it actually work for me? What if I'm the one person this doesn't work for? What if I pay all this money and nothing changes? Because let's be real, they've heard promises before. Everyone promises results. So why should they believe you? Second one we're looking at today is they're scared you won't actually care once they pay. This is huge. They're wondering, once I hand over my money, am I just going to become ticket number 247? Will anyone even respond when I need help? Because they've been there. They've worked with businesses where getting a simple answer felt impossible, where they felt like they didn't matter. And they really, really don't want to feel that way again. Third fear, hidden costs. Even if you put your pricing right there on the page, they're still thinking, what's the catch? What am I not seeing? Are there setup fees I don't know about? Is there a long contract? Am I going to regret this in 3 months when I find out about some extra charge? They're looking for the fine print because they've been surprised before. And here's the thing, these fears don't usually come out as objections. People don't email you like, hey, I'm worried you're going to ignore me after I pay. They just leave. Or they bookmark your page and never come back. Or they join your email list and never open a single email because they're still sitting in that scared place, not sure if they should trust you. So how do you know if this is happening in your business? Because these fears leave breadcrumbs. You just have to know what to look for. The first problem we're going to look at. You're getting traffic all right, and by what you can tell, people are clicking around your pages. But then they get to your contact form or your booking calendar, and suddenly they're gone. This is usually because something in that moment triggered their fear. Maybe you're asking for their phone number, their company size, their budget, and they're thinking, whoa, why do you need all this before I even know if we're a good fit? Or maybe there's no explanation of what happens after they hit submit. So they're worried they're about to get slammed with sales calls. 2, your leads they engage, but never commit. They give you their email. Maybe they even reply to one of your messages. But when it comes time to actually book that call or sign up, they disappear into thin air. They're stuck. They'll say they need to think about it. They'll say they're comparing options. They'll say next month is better. But what's really happening? One of those fears is winning. You haven't given them enough reassurance yet that this is a safe decision. Problem number 3, I guess. Your emails get ignored a lot. You're sending emails. Maybe even really good emails. But your open rates are terrible. Nobody's clicking. Nobody's responding. This usually means people don't feel connected to you yet. They're still in defense mode. They're not sure if you're about to bombard them with pushy sales tactics, or if you actually get what they're dealing with and can help. Here's what I find kind of wild. There is so much marketing advice that focuses entirely on what you say about your service. Stuff like your process, your deliverables, case studies, stuff like that. And yeah, all of that matters. But if your funnel doesn't make people feel safe, none of that other stuff matters. They won't stick around long enough to hear about your amazing process. Most funnels are built around the business owner's perspective, what you want to tell people, what you're proud of, what makes you different. But there's this massive gap. Most funnels completely ignore the conversation happening in your potential customer's head. Those doubts and what-ifs, you gotta address them, okay? If not, the people just leave because they don't feel like they can trust you enough to move forward. And this is especially true for service businesses. Because when someone's hiring you, they're not just buying a thing. They're buying a relationship. They need to feel like you understand them, like you've got their back, like you're not just going to take their money and disappear. And if your funnel doesn't create that feeling, they're going to find someone else who does, even if that person is less qualified than you. All right, so what do you actually do? How do you take your funnel and make it feel safer without sounding desperate or weird? Let me walk you through some real fixes. 1. You've got to be upfront about money. If you can show pricing, show it. Don't make people guess. If your service is custom and pricing varies, that's fine, but explain why and give them a ballpark. Even something like, most projects start around $2,000 is better than nothing. People hate surprises when it comes to money. The more transparent you are, the less they're going to worry about hidden fees. And if you have any kind of guarantee, a money-back policy, a trial period, anything that reduces their risk, put that front and center. Make it obvious that trying you out isn't going to trap them. 2. Answer the scary questions before they ask. Create a section on your site that addresses the stuff people are too nervous to bring up. Things like, what happens if I'm not happy after the first month? Or how fast do you usually respond to questions? Or can I pause or cancel if things change? Don't hide from these. By putting them out there, you're showing you're not trying to trick anyone. You're giving them all the info they need to make a smart choice. That builds trust faster than anything else. Fix 3. Use customer reviews strategically. Reviews aren't just for showing off, they're for calming fears. But you have to put them in the right spots. Put them right above your contact form, right before your call to action button, in the follow-up emails you send to people who didn't book. And look for reviews that actually talk about the fears. The ones that say stuff like, I was nervous about the investment, but they made everything clear and easy. Or, I've hired other people before who ghosted me, but these guys respond within hours. Those reviews are gold because they're speaking directly to what your next customer is worried about. Let me tackle some questions I get all the time about this stuff. How much should I actually say? Won't too much information overwhelm people? I get it. You don't want to write a novel. But here's the thing. You need to say enough to close the loop on their worry, but not so much that you create new questions. So if someone's worried about pricing, you don't need to break down your entire cost structure. But you do need to say what's included and what costs extra. That's it. Answer the worry, then move on. Should I mention potential problems or just focus on the good stuff? This is a big one. A lot of business owners think that if they acknowledge any downsides, they'll scare people away. But your customers are already thinking about the downsides. If you ignore them, they'll assume you're either naive or hiding something. Neither is good. Instead, be honest about the challenge and immediately follow it with how you handle it. Like, this works best when you can implement changes quickly. If your team is swamped, we can adjust the timeline or provide extra support so you still see results. See? You acknowledged the issue, then solved it. That's what builds trust. How do I show empathy without looking weak or desperate? Empathy doesn't mean you're soft or needy. It just means you understand what someone's going through. You can be empathetic and confident at the same time. Instead of saying something like, I know you're probably super scared and stressed, try something like, a lot of our clients come to us after working with someone who didn't deliver. That's why we build in regular check-ins and keep communication open from the start. You're acknowledging their experience without dwelling on it, and you're immediately showing how you're different. So here's what you need to do. Go through your entire funnel like you're a suspicious customer, someone who's been burned before, someone who's looking for red flags. Look at every page, every form, every email you send, and ask yourself, if I were scared of wasting money, where would I hesitate here? What question do I have that isn't being answered? What would make me nervous right now? That's basically what a funnel audit is. You're diagnosing where people are dropping off and why. And a lot of times, it's not because your offer is bad. It's because somewhere in that journey, you didn't address a fear. The 5-minute checklist I put together walks you through this exact process. It shows you the specific spots where fear usually kills conversions. Things like, is there a clear next step on every page? Are you answering objections before people think of them? Does your messaging feel safe or just informative? Are you giving people an out if they're not ready? It's designed to help you see your business the way a nervous customer sees it. And once you see that, you can fix the exact spots that are costing you sales. So if you want to do a quick 5-minute audit of your own funnel and figure out where people are getting scared and bailing, I made a free checklist specifically for service businesses. It's going to help you find the exact leaks in your sales process and tell you what to fix first. That way, you can make changes to the right areas and actually understand what your customers are worried about. You'll start getting better results from your marketing, even if you're getting the same amount of traffic. Links in the description. And if you want me to personally go through your funnel and give you a custom breakdown of where you're losing people and how to fix it, I offer a detailed funnel audit for $197. I'll walk through your entire setup, find the conversion blockers, and give you a step-by-step plan to improve it. Link for that is also in the description. Thanks for watching. This has been Rita with ClicksandThings.com. See you in the next one.